Hello, this is Julie at Love's Beginning. If you caught my first attempt at making this video, I'm going to start from the beginning again because I didn't get too far into it. So I started making the video and my daughter came downstairs and told me my other daughter was crying. So I stopped and I went to help. And of course, it was practice talking about, it was practice using this modality that I'm talking about in this video. So it was actually very helpful to start talking about it and to be immersed in it, then to be taken into a situation where it was being applied. And I really kept getting reminded, this isn't you doing this. This isn't you as you conceive of yourself separately handling this. It gets handled. Everything is handled for you. So that was helpful to be stopped and to be shown. So I'm given several statements usually, and then I go from there. So the first, meet the purity of our shared heart in everyone that you meet and everyone that you think of. And I've realized this is much more fun than going into situations, anticipating them and thinking I know what they are and what they're about. If every situation is the same situation, and it's just meeting the purity of the shared heart and everyone I meet, everyone I think about, and there's not another agenda, then everything's very simple and everything gets provided for me and everything gets done through me and for me. But it's about staying in the very simple mind to see that and to enjoy that and to attempt to handle less. So I'm learning to stop attempting to handle things as a personality and to just be where I am and enjoy and appreciate that everything's handled. Whatever circumstances seem to surround you right now, Spirit says we can work with that and we can work with that easily and effortlessly. Nothing holds us back except your thoughts. That one really got through to me, your thoughts, because anytime I try to find a cause in the world, my attention is brought back to it is your thoughts. Look at your thoughts, see what you can let go of here. And I'm finally seeing what it is that I relax down into. It's really allowing everything to be given, allowing all doing to be done for or through what I would have looked at as me. So all the burden that I put on the me before is just gone. And when I'm in that state of mind, I'm not always in that state of mind, but when the feeling, you can always feel separate identity. When I feel that I've left it, now I understand, well, you can go back home to this place where it doesn't feel like this. And it's much easier to go back there now to allow what wants to move me in any situation to be the mover, not a personality. And whenever I'm not feeling good, remembering to look at my thoughts, that happens more often. Do you have any beliefs that you need people to be different things for you and to fulfill different functions for you? Are you willing to let go of those? So that's another thing too. If I'm going into a situation or looking at the future in any way, and I'm thinking of different people, I'm realizing one of the things that falls away is I'm the dropping of all expectations. It I realize it's not happiness to assume somebody's going to be a particular thing for me or to assume somebody's going to provide a particular thing for me, approval or something material, or assume somebody's going to fulfill a particular function for me. Without those expectations, anger doesn't come, disappointment doesn't come because I didn't I didn't set up the situation in my mind, so what I thought was good was going to be coming from a person that I needed to rely upon. Instead, the reliance gets shifted to just what we all are. If my reliance is there, then I know everything turns out fine, and there's no way I can be disappointed by anything. If my reliance is on particular facets or particular people, to enact things that I predict, then anger is possible or disappointment is possible. So that was a very, very helpful lens to be given. When you receive an in the moment instruction from spirit, ego can arise and dictate and declare what spirit told you to do as a good thing. It can tell you to repeat this good thing in a future, and the stress of handling the future descends. It's okay. This tendency is being exposed and it will fall away. So I can see that sometimes I'll be in a situation and handle it a certain way. And for example, just sitting and holding my daughters when they're upset and not speaking. For a long time, that was a modality for me. It wasn't very active. I would just be with them and listen to them, and I still do a lot of that, but it's not like I can describe what I did physically, call that a technique, call that the right technique, and on purpose implement it. If someone's upset, this is what you do. This is the solution. I I probably did implement it that way in the beginning because I would reach out and then that's the only thing I would find that was different from how I used to try to handle things and fix things. So, um, yeah, I still try to fix things, but I get taken out of it pretty quickly. So, yes, when I'm in that moment and I'm open, I can receive what I need to receive to be helpful, and it might not be in line with what I believe the personality to be. So if I can drop all the beliefs and the limits on what I think the personality should be, including being nice, being gentle, because my version of nice and gentle might not allow for a playfulness that could come through me, might not allow for a silliness that could come through me. So I have to drop all the definitions and not seek safety in just trying to be a certain way from the limit of the personality. Acting from that limit is not very helpful in those situations. So I'm learning to just allow those perceptions to go of what I am or what I should do or what I did in the past that worked. It's not the me figuring out what works and applying it. There's just receiving and letting it flow through. It's safe for ego if the perception is that you're using information intellectually, but not allowing it to run your day. When you ask spirit to run your day, ego will expose itself. And that is a very good thing because then those beliefs are felt and seen and they can be washed away. So if I try to what do I wanna say? If just what I was saying before, if I try to do it myself, separate from everyone and everything else, it doesn't work. But if I have the intention to allow what we all are to run everything, then ego gets triggered because when I allow what we all are, the oneness, to run everything. Sometimes I'll do things that are out of character, and the ego will really bite back and reveal itself. And that is a good thing. In the wake of having done something a little different, the ego will come up and say, like, you're not safe, you're you're crazy, this is not the right way to go about things. And so that's good because it's exposed. When it's exposed, it can be observed. When it's observed, you can just sit there with it and let it be washed away because it's always been nothing. So no matter what, if it helps fear to be revealed and to come out of its hiding place, then it's a good thing. While the separate identity structures ego sends are very clever and convincing thoughts, nothing can hide how those thoughts feel, and that will always work in your favor. So, yeah, feeling first. Because if I'm if I catch myself trying to make a decision about a person, the merest decision about what they are, it's uncomfortable. Anything other than being in the moment and appreciating and having gratitude does not feel good, and as soon as I stray out of the, appreciation and gratitude and try to analyze and decide who people are and what they are and rank them or compare them or decide what category to put them in, my feelings will always tell me, I'm in crazy land, and that's not only is it very simple, it's always very helpful. So thank goodness it's simple is something I often think. I'm very happy this is simple, and I'm very happy to be able to relax into that simplicity of knowing you as you are, because then it helps me know me as I am and to relax out of anything that would interfere with my seeing that and appreciating that. Okay, thanks very much.